Senegal joins Artemis Accords, 56th nation for peaceful space exploration. In a bold step forward for global unity in space exploration, Senegal has become the 56th nation to sign the Artemis Accords. This landmark agreement, established in 2020, sets guiding principles for peaceful and transparent space exploration. Senegal's commitment marks a significant milestone as it joins 3 other African nations in this visionary pact. The signing ceremony, held at NASA headquarters, saw Martian, Director General of Senegal's Space Study Agency, and Senegal's ambassador to the U.S., Abdul Wahab Haidara, formalize their nation's dedication to the cause. This follows a meeting between Senegal President Faye and former U.S. President Trump, highlighting the strong relations between the 2 countries. But here's where it gets controversial. Some argue that the Artemis Accords favor spacefaring nations, potentially limiting opportunities for emerging space programs. Despite this, Senegal's commitment demonstrates its ambition to contribute meaningfully to space exploration. Senegal's space program, though nascent, has already made strides. In 2024, it launched its first nanosatellite, Guindesat-1A, to aid in agricultural planning and environmental monitoring. The country has also supported NASA missions, including ground-based observations of asteroid and planetary occultations. The Artemis Accords align with the 1967 Outer Space Treaty and support NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the moon by 2026 and prepare for crewed missions to Mars. As the list of signatories grows, it underscores the increasing global consensus on responsible and collaborative space exploration. And this is the part most people miss. The Artemis Accords are not just about exploring space, they're about ensuring that the future of space benefits all of humanity. Senegal's adherence to the Accords reflects its commitment to this multilateral, responsible, and transparent approach. What do you think? Are the Artemis Accords a step in the right direction for global space exploration? Or do they favor established space powers? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Senegal joins Artemis Accords, a new era in African space exploration. In a significant move for international space collaboration, Senegal, a member of the International Lunar Research Station, ILRS, has officially joined the Artemis Accords. This decision was celebrated by Madame Kaide, the Director General of the Senegalese Agency for Space Studies, who stated, "Senegal chooses to join the great human adventure that has always driven us to explore the unknown." This statement was made during a ceremony held at NASA headquarters in Washington, D.C. Kaide emphasized that this agreement represents a pivotal advancement in Senegal's space diplomacy and reflects the nation's commitment to contributing to the peaceful exploration of outer space. But here's where it gets controversial. The Artemis Accords are not just about exploration. They also raise questions about the governance of outer space and the potential for conflict over resources. As more nations join this initiative, how will we ensure that space remains a domain for peaceful cooperation rather than competition? In related news, Space 42, a prominent satellite manufacturer based in Abu Dhabi, has secured a substantial loan of $695.5 million to further develop its next generation of geostationary communication satellites, Al-Ya-4 and Al-Ya-5. This funding, backed by various French and Spanish financial institutions, is part of a broader strategy that highlights Space 42's ambitions across multiple sectors of the space supply chain, including geospatial intelligence, artificial intelligence, and secure connectivity solutions. As the company continues to expand, it is crucial to note that a significant portion of its future growth hinges on contracts with the UAE government, which has raised concerns about dependency on a single source of revenue. With a reported earnings of $317 million in 2024 and a cash reserve exceeding $1.1 billion, Space 42 is poised for growth. But the reliance on government contracts could be a double-edged sword. What do you think about Senegal's decision to join the Artemis Accords? Is it a step towards a more collaborative future in space? Or does it open the door to new conflicts? Share your thoughts in the comments. Senegal joins Artemis Accords, NASA's latest step in global space cooperation. What does a West African nation have to do with humanity's return to the moon and beyond? As it turns out, everything. In a landmark moment for global space cooperation, Senegal has officially joined the international coalition committed to peaceful and responsible celestial exploration by signing the Artemis Accords. The historic signing ceremony took place at NASA's headquarters in Washington, D.C., solidifying Senegal's position as the newest partner in this ambitious endeavor. This makes Senegal the 56th nation to endorse the principles designed to guide our collective journey back to the moon and onward to Mars. Acting NASA Administrator Sean Duffy highlighted the significance of the event, framing it as a natural extension of the robust relationship between the United States and Senegal. Building on the strong diplomatic ties reaffirmed in a recent meeting between Senegal's President Faye and President Trump, we are thrilled to welcome the Senegalese Agency for Space Studies into the Artemis family, Duffy remarked. Senegal's commitment further strengthens the powerful legacy of global cooperation in space that was a cornerstone of President Trump's vision. Representing his nation, Maram Kairé, the Director General of the Senegalese Space Agency, ASES, put pen to paper, formally aligning Senegal with the Accords. The ceremony was also attended by key diplomatic figures, including Jonathan Pratt from the U.S. Department of State's Bureau for African Affairs and Abdul Wahab Haidara, Senegal's ambassador to the U.S. For Senegal, embracing the Artemis Accords is a clear statement of our dedication to a transparent, responsible, and multilateral future in space, explained Kairé. This signature represents a pivotal moment in our nation's space diplomacy and our aspiration to be an active contributor to the peaceful exploration of the cosmos. The timing of this agreement is no coincidence, occurring just 2 weeks after a high-level meeting in Washington between President Trump, Senegal's President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, and other African leaders.